From a prison yard in Ionia to the streets of Grand Rapids, straight talk from real prisoners straight to the youth of Grand Rapids. Police turned to 24-hour News 8 to help make it happen. A live unscripted discussion between prisoners and at-risk kids. 24-hour News 8's Leon Hendricks got special access to one of Michigan's biggest prisons. Leon?
That's right, Sue. A rare chance. We're taking you inside prison walls. It's all part of a first-of-its-kind program set up by Grand Rapids Police aimed at keeping youngsters out of prison. The state giving 24-hour News 8 unprecedented but highly restricted access to the prisoners who will take part in the program.
Well, since '91, I've been serving a natural life sentence.
I'm currently serving a 10-year sentence for armed robbery.
Out of the 36 years I've been alive, I think I've spent 17 of them incarcerated.
While their prison blues are the same, their reasons for wearing them are all very different. From drugs to armed robbery to murder. For him, it was under the influence.
Regret that I just couldn't put that whiskey bottle down, you know. That's basically what led to everything that cost me the rest of my life.
While the other 7 participants will be getting out, John Vindeville won't be. Convicted of felony murder, he says he didn't actually commit the homicide, but was in the house where it happened.
I didn't know exactly what happened until 4 days later, when I was arrested and pulled out of my waterbed, the Lansing Police Department, and they said open murder. Because I was in a fog from the whiskey, I figured I think I was in on a robbery, but I know I didn't kill anybody.
While the paths to Bellamy Creek Prison in Ionia varied greatly among these men, they volunteered to put their stories front and center for a common good, a common message.
It's not about me, it's about giving back.
If I could just reach out to one person, I just thank God.
They'll now be given the avenue to reach out to many more. In connection with the Grand Rapids Police, a live connection will be set up between the Wealthy Theater and the prison on Thursday at 6:30. A live conversation between the inmates and the young people who need to hear their message.
You lose a lot coming to prison. You lose, it's not just your freedom, but you lose family members and you don't see them. And when you get out, you're not going to see them a lot. A lot of things change. It's a stressful situation. I said it's not fun and it's not cool to be here.
For Warden Ken McKee, it's a two-way street, helping the community, but also helping the inmate participants.
It's a very good educational piece that reaches out to the community and really lets them know what's involved with a prisoner when he's sentenced and the time he has to serve in prison.
For the inmates, it's a chance to give back to the communities they've taken from and in turn were removed from. David Oliver has spent more than half of his life imprisoned, but can sum it all up in about 4 seconds.
What I've been through is pure hell, period. So now the only thing that I can offer is try to stop somebody else from going through this here bitterness.
The bitterness that some at Bellamy Creek will soon escape while others will not.
The way I feel about it now, I'd trade the rest of my life for one more day out there. It's a waste.
In Ionia at the Bellamy Creek Prison, Leon Hendricks, 24-hour News 8.
I'm here in the newsroom right now with Lieutenant Ralph Mason of the Grand Rapids Police Department. He's the brainchild behind this idea to connect these prisoners with young people here in Grand Rapids.
Yes.
Can I ask you, what made you think of this? We've heard of Straight Talk, where they scare the heck out of them when prisoners have talked to young people before. What's different between that and this?
What we want to do is educate young people, and this is about education. This is about taking the lives of these men who are willing to talk about their lives on the streets of Grand Rapids, talk about their lives in prison, and hopefully break down some myths about the prison, break down some myths about so-called friends, break down myths about the life if young people stay in crime or start crime, what their life will be like, and what prison is like, what King County Jail is like. And so this is really just, it's an educational piece. We're hoping that...
Do you think it's going to be a deterrent?
That's the whole hope. Educate
and... Scared Straight, the old program Scared Straight, was that a deterrent?
Well, people say no. People say no, but how do you really know? And how do we know how we're going to touch the young people that we have today?
And what do you lose by doing it, huh?
We lose nothing.
Yeah. Who do you hope will fill that audience next Thursday?
My hope is that we get young people from 13 to 25. I'm hoping to get young people that might be on the verge of trouble, They might be excited about street life. Maybe some that are already in the streets. And hopefully we've got some mentors that can bring them in and see what these men have to say about life in prison.
All right, Lieutenant, I thank you so much. Good luck with this. We'll certainly be covering it.
Thank you.
As